Hello, my name is Jessie, and this is an art practice video. Today I am going to be painting some lizards using watercolor. So I'm just going to quickly sketch them out here. On this first lizard, I took my time and was kind of meticulous about the lines. And then on the second one, I was like, that took way too long. I'm just gonna try to rough it in until I get the shape that looks kind of like a lizard. And you know what? It started out really bad and it ended up working out pretty well. So I'm gonna try to keep that in mind for next time. I wanted to draw these lizards because in the summertime, we have these little lizards running around all over the place. And I just love them. I think they're so cool. I love when it gets warm enough for them to come out of hibernation, which is about this time of year right now. We've been seeing the lizards. I lived most of my life in Washington State, and we didn't have lizards. But a few years ago, my husband and I moved down to Central Oregon, and it's very deserty here. So we've got some different critters than what we're used to seeing. And I just get really excited about the different animals that live in the different regions of the United States and, all over the world. But I haven't been all over the world. I have been to different parts of the United States. And so whenever I see an animal that is new to me, I just find it really exciting. And so I like these little lizards. I'm not exactly sure what type of lizard they are. There's 3 different ones that they look like that they could be, but I think they're just called a sagebrush lizard, which is a very appropriate name for them because we have sagebrush everywhere. They're kind of funny because they sit on our deck and do little lizard push-ups, which I read is like a territorial thing. And I don't know, they just want you to see how tough they are. I guess, like, look how many push-ups I can do. Don't mess with me, And I won't. I'm not gonna mess with you. I'm pretty sure you could take me. So I see how many push-ups you can do, and I'm not gonna bother you. I'm just gonna let you do your thing. I don't know if I put reference photos on the screen, but if I do put reference photos on the screen, these are just some pictures that I took of the lizards that we find around our house. It always makes me so happy to see them. I don't know. I like animals. I just find animals very interesting. There's so many different types, like just unfathomable amounts of different types of animals on this planet. This next part coming up is the best part, and the reason that I wanted to use watercolor for this. I just thought that it would be really cool for the markings on the lizards if I did the wet on wet watercolor thing, where you just dab the paint on and let it bloom. I'm pretty sure that's what you call it, blooming. When you just kind of let it move however it wants to with the water, because watercolor just does what watercolor wants to do, and I'm not super all about that. Usually I like to control everything, but I just thought that this would be the perfect application for this technique. I just thought it would be a cool effect, and I do really like how they turned out. I think it was pretty successful. Are these colors realistic to what my lizards look like? No, but I like these colors. But one of the things that I am trying to do is add some more like creativity and like make my art a little bit more interesting looking. And I think that one easy way to do that is to change up the colors and use colors that you don't you wouldn't necessarily find in the object that you're painting or coloring or whatever. Do you want to hear something funny? While I was recording this video, I was listening to music in my headphones, and so all throughout this, you can hear me sporadically singing random parts of the songs that I was listening to. And I don't have a great singing voice to begin with, but I couldn't hear myself because I had my headphones on, so it's just like I'm singing so horribly off key. It's making me laugh while I was editing this, so now I'm going to make you listen to it. Just for a second, just because I think it's funny. Watch how much I bleed. Wanna be alone no matter what I feel. So bad. So bad. I've been really into Lady Gaga's new album, Mayhem. I've never been like a huge Lady Gaga fan. I like her music and I listen to her popular songs on the radio and stuff, but I've never like gotten into her full discography or anything. But for whatever reason, a couple weeks ago when I was cleaning the house, I put this album on because it sounded like a really good one to move to. It's very high energy. So I just put it on while I was cleaning, and I think I listened to it 5 times on repeat. It was really fun. It was a really good one. It's a fun one to work out to. If you run, I think it would be a really fun one to run with. It's just a really good one to get you moving, get your energy up, and get you moving. I said that like 12 times. Anyway. I finished them off by just outlining the outside shape. I was going to try and do some line work on the inside, I thought, but I decided not to because I don't know, I didn't think it needed it. I thought it looked kind of good the way it was. For whatever reason, I didn't finish outlining the blue one. I just thought that was good enough right there, and I stopped. It was an oversight, I guess. Okay, and then I just felt like I wanted to add a background to this page. I thought that I would put a rock, like try to make a rock in the background, but then I decided not to do that and just put this bright pink. Just thought it would be fun, I guess. This watercolor that I'm using, this pink, is like a liquid watercolor that came in a little craft kit, and I was like, what would happen? What would happen if I just dripped it on? And it kind of gave it a cool splotchy effect. It looks a little tie-dyed. My husband said it looked like blood, and I don't like that, but yeah, it kind of looks like a little tie-dyed or something. Anyway, here is the finished page. I like it. I think it looks cool. I think the lizards are fun. These will probably not be the last lizards that I draw. If you're still here, thank you so much for watching and hanging out with me. Don't forget to like and subscribe and all that good stuff. I'll see you next week and we will draw something else. Okay, bye.